What's up guys, how are you guys doing? In this video I want to talk to you guys about some stuff you guys should consider saving to make your games a lot better. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna be talking about some resources you guys need to consider saving so you could get the most out of them right later on, right? So let's get started and let's talk about these things. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is your journey tickets. Okay, so these journey tickets right here, so these guys right here, the journey invitation ticket, are very important. Okay, so you guys should definitely save these things until you guys are able to get to the hard mode. Okay, the reason I already have like 131 amount of these guys, right? So you guys should definitely be saving these guys. The reason why I say that is because if you guys go to the journey mode right here, you guys want to wait until you are able to clear story mode chapter 18 and unlock the hard mode, right? And then because once you unlock the hard mode, you could actually start farming parents. Okay, so and the parents are very important, right? The parents are these guys right here. Okay, so if I look at like somebody like Belle, right? So if I want to do a run for her, these guys right here, right, that give you a massive stats, right? Based on like the thing right here, right? Right now if I pick this Ashura, she's gonna give me 25% plus 25 to my HP stats. Okay, so to get these parents right here, when you are doing hard mode, you could actually get up to 50 plus 50 of these things. Okay, so for now the one I have the most is plus 30, right? You could actually go all the way up to plus 50, right, if you guys get lucky inside round. So once you guys are able to unlock hard mode, you guys should definitely be farming for parents using these tickets. Okay, on hard mode. Okay, of course, to do hard mode on auto, you at least gonna need resonance 8 or 9. Okay, to 8 is okay, it's doable, but 9 is very comfortable. Right? You could do the journey hard mode comfortably if you guys have a resonance 9 character. Okay, so these parts are gonna be very important because they let you get a head start on the status you guys are trying to max out, and also it will let you max out 2 status at the end of the journey. Because let's say for example, Belle, she's here mainly on strengths, right? But I want to also max out vitality. So if I start with a plus 50 on vitality, it will be a lot easier for me to max vitality by the end of the journey, right? Along with the strength stats. Okay, so yeah, just to make your save data or training data a lot more higher and a lot more impactful, yeah, definitely make sure you guys are saving these journey tickets. Okay, do not use them until you guys are able to do hard mode on auto. Okay, so that way you guys can use all these tickets to farm parents. Okay, yeah, you could definitely get a plus 50 parent using the auto run. Okay, the auto journey mode. Okay, so yeah, just make sure you guys are saving those things. Okay, if you guys are already past this point and you guys are already are doing hard mode, then you guys don't need to worry about this. But people who have not unlocked hard mode yet, yeah, definitely save those things. Okay, next one is saving these resources, guys. Okay, these guys right here. Okay, as you can see, I already used some of them, right? I don't have a lot of these guys as well, but I highly recommend you guys to save as much as possible. Okay, I know I get right, resources are very hard to come by, especially if you are free to play, because everything just expensive, right? So you will be tempted to use these things right here, right? These resources, because they give you a lot of amount. So for example, if I do 50 of these, I can get close to 2 million from this. Okay, so they are very impactful. These resources are very impactful, but I highly recommend not to use these early on. Okay, don't use them early on. Just try to push as much as possible. Okay, as much your account can, and then when you guys can't progress any further and you guys are struggling with resources, then you guys can use them then. Okay, but do not use them just because as soon as you get them. Okay, because that will just waste your resources, because these things scale with the amount of progress you have made in your account. So the higher progress you made, the better return you're gonna get from these guys right here. Okay, so for example, right, this one only gonna give me 4,000 right here if I use 31 of these things, right? But if I wait a little longer, this will go up to like 5k, or depending on where I am in the story mode, right? Currently I'm close to clearing chapter 17. So yeah, the more the higher I clear those campaign stage, right, this operation stage right here, the better the return from these things as well, right? And then of course definitely try to save these things as well, right? Because these things let you actually select 2 of these resources per 1 box right here. Okay, so these guys are very important as well. Same thing with this one right here, right? This one give you 2 for 1 on gold, but then the rest are 1, right? But still, very good resource to save as well, right? This yeah, the Apocalypse box and the Polaris box as well, right? So yeah, try to save this resource, okay? Of course, if you guys are already at the end game, you guys are just pushing content and you already use these things, then it's okay. But for people who still have some in their inventory, try to save them and wait until you get as much as possible, right? You progress as much as possible, so you can get the most out of these things, okay? So yeah, that is my another resource you guys need to be saving as well, right? And the next step is these guys right here, right? The standard ticket envelope and any standard ticket in the summer, right? These guys are really good because it actually lets you select standard unit selection, I mean banner ticket, or you can get Arcana banner ticket right here, okay? Of course, as you can see, I don't have a lot because I already used them. I was spamming the, you know, the standard banner. So yeah, as you can see, I already have like 400 something PD on the standard one. I already used 200, so by now I should have had about like 600 of this PD right here, so because I just been spamming the standard banner just to get a copy of cards and stuff. But for you guys, I mean that was a mistake, so I highly recommend you guys to save these things, okay? At least save these things and save your standard tickets right here, these guys right here, okay? The reason I say this is because in the future, newer cards, they're gonna be the standard banner gonna keep getting updated, okay, with new cards and stuff like that, okay? So you guys want to be ready when that happen, so you guys and then you guys can summon and try to pull the newer addition to the standard pulls, okay? So these things right, so this one, the standard ticket right here, the Arcana ticket right here, right, and the ticket envelope, all of them are very good to save, so that way you could actually you know be ready when the standard banner get updated, right? Of course, right now we have Hilde, for example, from the counter side, and if it's Hilde and you know Yomina and stuff like that, they get added to the standard pool, you guys can actually just go ahead and, you know, summon them here, and you guys can potentially pull them from this right here, okay? So definitely consider saving these standard tickets, right? I was impatient, I just used all of them, but for you guys, definitely save them, okay? Because yeah, trust me, you're gonna thank me later, okay? Yeah, in most gacha games it's like that, right? When they have a system where they update the standard banner, you could actually just, you know, wait, save all your ticket, and then wait until those cards get added to the standard pool, right, on the pools right here, and then you guys can pull them from there, right? Very good, right? And next point does tie with the standard ticket and stuff like that. The other resource you guys should consider saving is these guys right here, okay? So if I go down all the way right here, these guys right here, right? The Galactic Guidance Stones right here. These things are very important as well, because these things will give you a guaranteed SSR card, right? So like a similar reason, right? When this standard banner get updated, this one most likely gonna get updated as well. So if you have a lot of these things, you could actually just summon on these things, you know, use a 300 point right here, and then potentially pull the newest addition to the standard pool, right? For example, like one of the rarest character in the game is Freya, right? Bunny Girl Freya is very rare because she is not in any of the banners except the Ashura banner, okay? So if I go to like SSR right here, right? So let me just show you guys. Yeah, this chick right here, she's very rare, bro. She's not in any of the banners right here, right at the moment, guys, okay? Because she's the latest Bunny Girl addition in the JP and Kara side, so she have not been added to the standard pool yet, right? So definitely she's also, I still don't have her, so she's one of the main character I want in my account because she's just really good, right? And same thing with the Arcanas, right? There are a couple Arcanas that are like very rare as well, right? That you can't really get outside of the Ashura's banner, right? So the other one is, of course, let me show you guys this card right here, right? The Roberta card is very rare as well. You cannot find it anywhere else, okay? And this thing is also really good because look at this. It give you it will restore 20% of damage as HP on critical HP with special skill, right? This only applies to what's her name, Roberta, right? It's a unique potential, and yeah, so it says Roberta only, but still a very good effect right here, okay? So Roberta card is another Arcana that's like very rare to get, and of course Freya Arcana as well. Probably one of the best Arcana in the game, just because it gives you this, right? Look at this. It will give you a crit damage to 12% and a max HP increase by 4%, which is crazy, right? So very strong effect right here, okay? So these two cards plus the Freya right here, right? They will potentially be added to the standard pools, and you could pull them if you guys are able to save your standard tickets, right? your decayed envelopes and these galactic stones right here, okay? So that way you guys are ready when they get added to the standard pool, that you're most likely gonna pull them, considering there's a 4% chance, a 4% rate for SSR to pull, to drop. So yeah, definitely save these guys as well, right? Lastly is your mileages, right? When it comes to mileages, the standard one is kind of whatever, because you don't actually mostly gonna get mid-level characters, okay, from the standard pool, right? This one's not as important, right? Because look at the character list, right? You get all the not so good characters, right? Of course, Charlotte's very good, right? Smile is very good as well, right? There are some standouts here, but most of the cards are kind of, they're okay, right? So the standard pool is not as much, not as important as saving the rate up observation right here, okay? The rate up observation is the best one to save, okay? Save this thing as much as possible, because again, I could probably grab like Freya from here, right? And I could grab her Arcana as well from this, but I'm not going to do that, right? I could grab both Arcanas right here, right? As you guys can see, right? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save these things for limited or collab cards, right? That won't be added to the standard pool. So these things are very, very important to save, right? Do not use these things, okay? Some people have used this to get like a heal day, dupe and stuff like that, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, heal day is not worth it, right? To use this thing on, but for people who still got some of these things, who still got their pity points, definitely save these things, okay, for later, okay? You guys gonna be rewarded for saving these resources, okay? Do not use them randomly, okay? Of course, for the standard ticket, I think the best one to get is probably the Arcana, because the Arcana list is actually way better than the character list, right? You get some of the cards, you got Lacey card right here, which is really good. You get Emily card, which is really good as well. This one's also pretty good. This one's also pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? There are some really decent amount of cards here, right? This one is good as well, this one's good as well. So the Arcana is way better value than the character on this one. So you guys can use the standard one, it's fine. But yeah, this one, one of the best card right here. Look at this, right? You guys already know, right? 18% crit rate, absolutely broken, right? So yeah, you can get some of the base ones right here, okay? So another one right here, right? Lacey card right here. You got Charlotte card right here, right? So when it comes to how to use this thing, definitely try to just, use it on the Arcanas, okay? The Arcana is way better to pick up from this, but you guys can definitely save these things right here, okay? The observation reporters, because they will give you a lot of resources. So if you save a lot of them, you could actually, when you guys are low on resources, you guys can come here and just buy some resources you guys can use for upgrades. Especially in this one right here, in the observation report store, the best one to pick up is definitely these ones right here, right? Attribute specific and class specific books right here, right? Because these things will boost your account quite a lot, right? Of course, you could also grab the guidance stone, but I think these are way more important than the guidance stone when it comes to the store, right? Just because using those, you could actually upgrade your tactical analysis, right? Which is really good, right? Look at this, right? You can upgrade each attribute right here with the Arcanas, right? You can upgrade each attribute, right? This will give you a massive status to your account and to your cards, right? So this is very important, right? If you go to the class one right here, as you guys can see, it will give you a lot more as well, right? See, my ranger is already at 19, right? And I'm getting 162 attack, 972 HP, and 81 defense for all my ranger class cards, right? So this is very, very important. Of course, you could also grab these things to unlock these like support assistance cards right here, right? So yeah, this is way more important to grab than the guidance stone. So yeah, just use that the observation report wisely, but I'll save your rate up banner mileage, okay? Because those things are gonna come in handy when they release a character you guys want, or a limited character, right? I highly recommend for you guys to use it on a limited character. That's because the chance of their banner running is going to be, their banner will rerun, but it's going to take a while, right? So yeah, just keep that in mind, all right? Anyways, guys, that is it for the video. Let me know if I missed anything or any other resources worth mentioning in here. And yeah, of course, thank you for watching. And of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And bye bye, guys.